teaching me things from Africa. This is why they continue to change your names. This is why they continue to change stories. This is why the Indians went from just Indians, New Orleans Indians, to black masking Indians. Everything done in the dark shall come to the light. See them chiefs that sold it out, and they will sell it for money because them niggas is broke. So yeah, they went found the brokest poets niggas, gave them a couple of dollars, and they went up there and but they don't pay for. To all the black Americans in the chat who want to go treasonous for a couple of dollars, let me say this. You got to know in the midst of this heavy spiritual warfare, not only will you receive karma, it is going to be swift and it is going to be just, because the Most High and the ancestors is not playing with y'all. They are not. I'm just telling y'all now. So for them chiefs who was up there talking that African shit, some of them believe it. Some of them, unfortunately, been indoctrinated and believe it. But I'm talking about the ones who don't believe it and is just up there doing it for $1. You will be held accountable. The ancestors will hold you accountable. You got to know it. Now, what that punishment looks like, that's above me. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But you will be held accountable. She is true. Thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. Says, life has been teaching me things ain't going to happen to me but for me. Praise the Most High, boo. My youngest said he also loves you down, boo. Oh, tell your baby I said thank you and I love him too. And shout out to y'all. And listen, life is all about lessons. I'm a forever student. Forever. And never gonna not be. I love learning. Thank you so much. China X, thank you so much. China X, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, boo, it's my birthday today. You sent me money for Christmas during 2023 because I answered the trivia question correctly during the Educational Friday. And I've been rocking with you ever since. Love you, boo. Oh, yeah. Thank you, boo. Well, you know, y'all don't know this, but around Christmas time, I do trivia and I give away gifts. And I ain't give away money because I don't trust niggas. But I did give away gifts. I couldn't do it last Christmas because, man, one day I'm going to sit down and tell y'all about everything that was going on with me last year. Y'all wouldn't believe it. If I told y'all a third about what the shit I was going through behind this camera last year, man, oh man. But I couldn't get around to it last year because Saint died. A whole bunch of shit went on. You know what I'm saying? But I will be back at it this year. Every year I do give away gifts for Christmas. Not for y'all badass churn. Mm-hmm. Not for y'all badass churn. Yes, Voodoo buys gifts for the badass kids. And I don't buy electronics because if I buy the gift, I gotta say so. That's what's wrong with y'all badass churn in front of all them electronics. I buy toys and books and things of that nature. Things for y'all badass churn. Yeah, because y'all... Thank you, China. Yeah, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to get you damn right. Yeah. Oh, but I found this little Game Boy. Ain't buying it. No. That's what's wrong with Tiberius. That's why he can't sit down now. Come give him this Cat in the Hat book. Come give him this Go Lay Willie Ray book. I got a book for him. Come on. Come wrap it and put it under the tree. I got something for Tiberius. He too bad anyway. He don't need no more electronics. Yeah, I give them kind of gifts. Hey, man, I do. I ain't gonna lie. I do give them kind of gifts during Christmas. Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. Hey, it's Trey. Thank you so much for being in the super chat. I think I read this one. Thank you so much. With that being said, y'all, we had 3 hours. Let me hop up on this. Off of here. Knowledge gives gratitude. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, Voodoo, did you get my email? I was so late. I don't know, but I will check it when I get off. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. I gotta hop up off here. Shout out to y'all. Hit that link if y'all want to support the dog. Babe is the new wave. Black Americans versus everybody.
Oh, don't go nowhere.
If you ain't on our side,
don't go nowhere.
Period, per blank. Okay. I love y'all down to the ground. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Make sure y'all take care of yourselves and always pay it forward. Where my thing at? Oh, wait.
Hold on, guys.
I think I went down too.
I'm not shutting it off. Just wait.
Peace.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Oh, let's go.
Let me turn her shit on. So, I just got on here at the very end of her shit. She has a strike on her other channel for being racist and hateful and all this other shit. But on this live, she's literally talking about one race needs to kill Kill, another race. So yes, I did report her, and then I started to go live. That's okay. I'm gonna wait for her to end her live, and I'm gonna push it right on back so y'all can hear it as well. And I can't believe so many people think God is racist. Oh, call him Holy Spirit, and God is this. God is not a racist. That I know. How could God be a racist? That is crazy. Does one of the 10 Commandments say, hate thy neighbor if they're white or black? No, it don't. What are we doing here? Voodoo says it all. Her name says it all. So she's full of evil spirits, and I'm glad she did go through it last year, and she's going to keep going through it because she's hateful, and God don't like ugly. God doesn't like the spirits that she invokes. And everybody in her chat is talking about God and the Holy Spirit. Please. Holy Spirit is not about hate. Are you crazy? That's okay. Eventually, hopefully, her channels will get took down because she says the same shit all the time. I mean, if she hates white people so bad, go somewhere where you don't have to look at white people. Why are you over here? That's what I don't get. I mean, shit. White people aren't keeping her down. So what is she so fucking... She's trying to indoctrinate her audience. That's what she's trying to do. Hey, Zip. How'd you send me $20 when I don't have a thing up? I don't have my PayPal or my what you call it, Cash App up. Did you send me $20 in spirit? That's okay. I'll take your $20 in spirit. That was so nice of you. Thank you, baby. But no, I've never put my Cash App up. I've never asked for a single thing. Everything I do is straight out of passion.
Hold on. Let me pin my message to the top. Happy Monday. How y'all doing? Come on in. I hope y'all are doing well. We are back at the top of the week. Is it me or is these weeks going by like fast? Then I heard somebody was on there saying that Easter was really Monday and not Sunday. And it made sense because there's literally not enough time in the day. Either way, we're back to Monday. I hope y'all are doing well. Come on in. Get the likes up on the video. And welcome to the Morning Jokes. We do this Monday through Friday. Okay? Around this time. Somewhere in this area.
Monday through Friday.
And we look forward to y'all pulling over and popping out for the jokes. Okay? Basically, all we need to do is just... I'm just here to help y'all get y'all work day by, and y'all help me get my day by.
All she needs you to do is open your hateful heart.
And, what's the word? It works together, girl. Anyway, come on in. Bro, I swear this time is so weird. The time is so weird.
Bitch, you weird.
Like, I know back in the past, we used to say, girl, it's literally not enough time in the day. But no, there's literally not enough time in the day. And this should be talked about and noticed a bit more. We got birds chirping at night. Tandem. It's in tandem. Thank you, boo. That's why I love having small followers. Thank you, Alicia Bradshaw. That's the word I was looking for. It works in tandem. That means together. See, sometimes the word be in my head. I just can't bring it to the front. But yeah, thank you, Alicia, girl. That's why I love having people around me who's smarter than me. You get it? So when I get the acting slavery stupid, they come back and say, no, who is this? You feel what I'm saying? And then I say, oh, my bad, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Then I can come back and be like, see? So shout out to Alicia and the beautiful people in the chat. That's why I love attracting people who are intelligent. When, you know what I'm saying? It's just lit. But anyway, the birds are chirping at night. That's where I was going. The birds are chirping literally at night. We got to discuss that. We gotta discuss that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why that has never happened. The birds know something that we don't. Now, if you don't believe that, if you still believe that we're on this sphere and we're just rotating around some axis in some universe, and that there's no control over anything, then God bless your soul. I've also told y'all before that pilots, don't fly the planes when they get in the air. A pilot's job is to take off and land. Once they get up to a certain altitude, they don't even know where they're going. You see what I'm saying? So, again, nobody really knows what's going on. But like Diva V. Nail say, absolutely, baby. If you don't learn nothing, follow the doggone nature. Because like Diva said, the birds chirping, they must know something. We need to be following the animals. We definitely, every movie, every warning, everything comes with nature telling you when stuff is about to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's best that we need to be, I think it's best that we start to paying attention. And I got this new book. Damn it, what story? I'm reading this new book that I just bought on Amazon called, is it The Sound of Trees? What's the name of it? The Sound of Trees movie book? I don't know. What's the name of this book, girl? I'm gonna tell you, it's not The Sound of Trees. Hold on, it's a book. I just bought it, and I think I'm like 6 chapters in. One of y'all might know it. But basically, it's about the hidden life of trees. The hidden life of trees. I'm on chapter 6 and a half of it. Let me tell y'all something. It should be because the earth and the universe is repairing itself. While it is doing so, it is your job, Black America, to do your part. What is your part? We need to be repairing the things that were done to us and trying to figure out how we can get back what was taken from us. The only way we can do that is through genealogy, paperwork, documentation, rules, all nations. Okay? So please, y'all, do your genealogy. I hear people say all the time, we in year 1, and it literally feels like it. Y'all haven't paid attention how life feels like it restarted for a lot of people. Not even just personally. I'm just saying like on a government level, on a social level, like things that were like once popular was of yesteryear was literally like yesterday. Like I'm starting to see the trend of the young ladies taking the wigs off. I love that. And I'm not just saying it because I took mine off. I ain't gonna lie, I would love, it feels good to be on this side of the trend. Because you couldn't have told me 3 weeks before I got my hair, 2 days before I got my hair cut, that I would ever be on here bald head like this. But I will say it's one of the best decisions I've made. And I'm saying all that to say we're starting to see it's a great reset that's happening. It's a slow one, a quiet one, but it's still happening. Pay attention and figure out what side of the reset you're on. Everybody ain't on the good side. Some people are on the bad side. Every system isn't on the good side. Some systems are on the bad side. A lot of systems are going to start falling, collapsing. Just like empires, they're going to rise and fall. So just be mindful of that because it's coming up. That's the type of time we're in. Because I feel like we definitely are in year 1. At any rate, come on in and get the likes up on the video. Let's talk about what we josting today, honey. So we got to talk about the New Orleans Indians, Mardi Gras Indians, Black Masking Indians. They've been name changed so many times. And, ever since the enemy saw that we have been taking our identity into our own hands by doing our own genealogy, coming online, spreading real truths about what really happened in history, here comes some treasonous traitors and the enemy to tell us that the Indians were African. I'm telling you, this is done by design, okay? This is what these people do. They want to be able to control the narrative, and I told you they can never do it without the help of us. So what do? They go get some of us, and they did, and they have and always will, to get the rest of the masses to believe in the hoax, and it's a hoax, and we're not going to allow them to do it. If I got to move back home, do you hear me? I'm not going to allow that to happen. And I don't have to move back home, and I hope not, God. I don't want to go back home. But listen to what I'm saying. This is not okay. Because everything we do in America is being tied back to Africa, and I am ready to literally scream. If I told y'all a lot of the things that I be thinking in my head when I see this stuff, when I'm scrolling on the internet, I know for a fact I'd be banned, and I'd definitely probably be under some sort of investigation, for sure. federally. If I told you what I be thinking in my head, I am a Pisces, so that means I can go either really light or I can go really, really dark.
Just a few seconds
Don't
ago.
Don't push me because I'm on either side of the edge. You see what I'm saying? But every time I see it, I think these dark, horrible things, and sometimes I repent, sometimes I don't, because I feel like those thoughts are warranted. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you now, the fact that these people are putting out this new, more information, disinformation, we need to be suing them for misinformation and disinformation. But even though they're putting out all of this disinformation on purpose, we supposed to just let it ride. But no, because the grassroots got our identity. Shout out to everybody on all platforms who've been rolling out this information day after day. It's a lot of us out here that's doing this. And guess what? We're not going to allow them to do it. Do not allow, I'll say this to Black America. At some point, we're going to have to realize we got to start learning on our own and stop relying on the system. Because the system is here to literally mislead us. But I'm going to give y'all some truth on the Indians today. We're going to talk about it. The baby, we got to discuss that. I did do a video on the baby. He got into it with an artist who decided to paint his daughters that he didn't too particularly like. We're going to get into that because he shunned the artist and then Charleston White got involved. It's a lot going on because apparently the guy is Charleston's cousin. A lot going on. We'll get into Jaden Ivey. He's an NBA player who was kicked out because he didn't want to go with the LGBTQIA plus stuff. I was walking this morning and I seen a little clear boy and I saw him walk past me and I walked that way. When I came back by the lake in my apartments in house, because I don't have an apartment, but by the lake in my house, by the lake in my residential area, call it that, subdivision, girl. I seen this little boy, a young white boy, a young clear boy. And that little boy was stooped down by the lake reading the Bible. Now, why is this important? Take out the fact that he's clear. There is something happening right now. There are so many people doing one or two things, right? Either the people around you are turning to the Most High or they going dark into the devil evil shit.
That's you.
You see what I'm saying?
To the evil
There's
shit.
something happening, man. And I'm talking about young and old. This ain't just people on the internet. This ain't just, you know what I'm saying? Like Black people in America. This is something going on amongst the world. People are going back to God. For real, for real. And if you pay attention to the people around you, it's not no in between no more. Right now, the line is being drawn so fast and so hard in the sand where you can't. Back in the day, last year, you could double dutch and people wouldn't notice. Now, right, Black money, you got to choose a side, baby. Today, and it's so easy. People's masks are slipping like crazy. Okay? And again, I saw this little clear boy, and when he was walking, I didn't even pay attention to him having no book. And this little boy had to be about, I'd probably say in his teen years. Well, it's a Monday morning, so I'll say early teen years. 19, 20, 21, 22. That little boy was stooped by that damn thing reading the Bible. That woke me up too. And I'm telling you, there's something going on. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Pay attention. And you got to know hey, remember how old folks used to say, how the elders back in the day when we used to be in when we used to go to church when we was kids. I know my grandma used to say stuff like, how she used to say, God spit out the lukewarm or something like that. Y'all drop down in the comments. I be going off of memory. So yeah, you can't serve two masters. My mama used to say that. Oh, you can't serve two masters. He spit out the lukewarm or something of the nature. I living in the last. All of that stuff is here, man. It's here. And I'm telling y'all now, y'all better pick a side. I'm picking God's side every day of the week.
That's a lie.
Every single day of the week, and it ain't even up for debate.
I can't even stop it. That's a fucking lie.
We got to get into that with the Jaden Ivey thing, because I saw him getting kicked out, and I'm like, okay. And then I'm, seeing the stuff around the real life, and I'm like, something is happening. Then we got to get into 100 studs. So apparently 100 studs got together to pass on a legacy. We're going to discuss how that could possibly be a bit hard to do, but ultimately we're going to
I think it's safe to say they got us again.
Yep.
They got us again. Houston destroyed its original.
Again. Black America, pay attention. This is not only Houston. This is every major city and some you don't even know about. Remember I told y'all Franklin D. Roosevelt, or was it the other Roosevelt? One of the Roosevelts implemented the interstate system through these towns on purpose. Wherever you see a major interstate, that was a black town. It was done on purpose. They literally ran through these towns saying, hey, we need this for the interstate. And we like, what? And this is the worst part. A lot of black politicians in all of these towns help these people to steal it from you. So when you go do your genealogy and realize, holy crap, my great-great-grandfather owned a barbershop and owned this, and then all of a sudden it went away, now you get it. Now you can go back to the city and to the state and even federal once we all get on the same accord and say, y'all owe us land. Y'all owe us resources. We got documentation. We know who we are because our documentation proves it that we are indigenous to right here. So we know who we are. We got our documentation to prove it. Here's a list of the things that you have documentation of as well that was taken from us. And here's to prove that it belongs to us because me and this person who relatives own this block, we done got together and realized, you see what I'm saying? This is what they fear. This is what they fear. Do your genealogy. It's not just Houston. It's everywhere, all over America. Tulsa was a representation of what was going on in our neighborhoods, how successful we were. If y'all don't be on Educational Friday, I tell y'all, them clear people came in off of Ellis Island on that boat. They were the ones came in disease-ridden and poor with no language and no skills. You had it all, not them. You, okay? But if you allow McGraw-Hill to teach it to you, they'll have you thinking that you ain't had crap. That everything in the South was about black people being slaves and clear people having all the resources, when that's a lie. That was a gradual thing that happened later on because gradually black people were taken away from and the clears were undergirded. What they say, how Mike say, given an economic floor by the U.S. government. Meaning they were giving the handouts and the welfare. Look at this video. Hold on. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Look at this video of this clear man, because I know a lot of my people like to hear it when the clear said it. Look at this video of this clear man describing how many black people in the South, and I'm telling you, don't listen to these numbers. These numbers are always a farce, but at least they're admitting it. According to him, he's going to say over 700,000 black people in the South were free people of color, and they wasn't no bum-ass niggas. I'm talking about own land, own all kind of property, businesses, everything, but they never teach you about this in school. Ask yourself why.
700,000 free blacks. It wasn't just slaves that were here in the U.S. Over time. During slavery, there were 700,000 free blacks.
Operating at many different levels. The myth of absence really is not, nobody's mad at us. They just omit us.
Right.
That's even worse.
Yeah. Over 700,000 free.
So if 700,000 free blacks were living amongst the South where it was so racist and so incapable of us living, remember, if you let Roots tell it and you was black and you wasn't inside of a plantation, your ass could be hung. Let Roots tell it. Let the stuff we was turned in school and taught in school tell it. If you lived below the Mason-Dixon line and you wasn't behind the plantation line, your ass was dead. Turns out that wasn't the truth. Let me tell you why they tell you that. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but what I'm telling you is they magnified it so that you will remain a mental slave. If you remain a slave in here, they don't have to physically change your body because your brain will always deflect back to that. This is why when we say stuff like we need to come together, people say, well, we can't because look at what they did Tulsa. Do you understand those chains, those mental chains? That's why they showed you Tulsa. So when it come down to waking up and working together, you can think twice about it, afraid of another Tulsa. But you got to know this. None of our ancestors were afraid. You think Tulsa was the first of its kind? It wasn't. And every single time, my own body
change you. It's okay to be a mass presenting woman. It's okay to be a trans man. It's okay to be you. Just have that motion stand in line, stand in front of it, mean what you say what you mean, and just stand on that. Y'all see us in the background? We representing who we are as people because we love ourselves. And it's deeper than rap, man. We got the hottest. We got the hottest. We got the woo.
Hey, man, I don't know about y'all, but I think I might be behind this one. I ain't gonna lie. Like I say, it's a few kinks we gotta work out, but this seemed like this ain't no bad movement. Now, we could be out here with 100 straps, but we came out here with just 100 studs, and these girls want to leave a legacy to the next generation. Like I say, we got a few things to work out, but I think that this is gonna be a good thing. I think that 100 studs, the message is good. And shout out to the studs. They practiced, stole a few things from a few people, but they practiced and they did what they needed to do to come on out. Now, somebody said that's not daggers, them studs. They say the daggers would never. And honestly, I think I'd be inclined to agree. I don't think the daggers would do this. See, this is very much stud. No shade. I used to be around the studs. The studs are typically girls that look like boys, but they still a woman in the brain. You know what I'm saying? Now, the daggers, and what a father sees fit. If I believe it's out of pocket, I ain't budging on it. It just is what it is. This is what real manhood looks like. And this is not toxic. This is real manhood. This is what it looks like when a father protects his children, regardless to close the frivolous case. It says they tried to make me relive the situation play by play, and that's where I drew the line. I don't want to hear it. Take me to my baby. This is a very vulnerable moment, but I'm sharing this because survivors should know or should not have to look calm to be believed. So basically she's saying that she had to look calm to be believed. I found the young lady who was actually the one who gave birth. But this isn't just about me. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of y'all out here can relate. Because this is what's happening. This is going to move us into the next topic. This is what's going on. I told y'all the Most High has put a line in the sand. Okay? The Most High put a line in the sand. And you can't be hot or cold. He's going to spit you out. So now what's happening is the real is being separated from the fake. I don't care if it's through.
Can you believe she has the nerve to talk about God? Is anything she talks about even closely related to what we know about God through the Bible? Like, she's got a lot of nerve. Like, she's a devil if I ever saw one.
Marriage. I don't care if it's through friendship. I don't care if it's through co-workership. I don't give a damn what kind of relationship. The Most High is separating the real from the fake. And what I'm starting to realize is when I came into an awakening, it really became what people played to be. I started to see that, and then you feel what I'm saying? And now since that line has been drawn, people on the bad side of this are starting to try to literally take destiny swaps and take soul of the people who are on the good side of things. Does that make sense? So instead of them going within, doing the work themselves, really going to figure out how do I change so I can be on that side of things, they would rather cosplay as the people who really did heal and go through the things, and they would like to go in front of people who don't know them and play like they them people. And that's where the insanitary comes in for me. And I'm not exaggerating. This is real life. The Africans do it to us all the time. The Nigerians. If you look at it on a larger scale, the Nigerians do it to us all the time. Literally look us in our face, beat us, and then tell us they not. It's the same gaslight. It's the same gaslight. You know what I'm saying? But anyways.
No, let me tell you.
Moving on to what's
the Nigerians, the people from Africa, are very humble people. They're so nice, polite, generous. They are nothing like the Americans. So that's absolutely false. Africans do not come over here and want to be anything like the Americans. They're very proud of who they are, but they're very sweet, humble people. I haven't met a single one that was mean and acted crazy. I'm not saying there's not any, but when they come here, they're very appreciative. They're sweet. Give you the shirt off their back. They don't seem to convey across that they hate anybody. So I don't know what she's talking
This
about.
little boy named Jaden Ivy. I wanted to get into Jaden Ivy. Have y'all been paying attention to this? Because I told y'all the Most High done drew a line in the sand, separating the real from the fake, right? So because he's separating the real from the fake, all of the fake gonna be talking loud. All of the emptiest wagons about to make a whole bunch of noise. How you spell this boy name?
I already know what she's about to talk about.
So this Jaden Ivy dude, who is a former NBA player, was recently kicked out of the NBA. Oh, he got a clear woman? It don't matter, I guess. He was recently kicked out of the NBA for basically saying he wasn't with the LGBTQIA plus stuff. Now, we've seen a lot of athletes speak out about this. I know I saw, shout out to my nigga, Alvin Kamara. I love me some Alvin Kamara. He from Atlanta too, but he played for New Orleans. Shout out to AK. Alvin Kamara even had to come out and say stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, there's certain stuff I ain't about to get into. They say his wife left him. He might be going through depression. But anyways, I ain't gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into the NBA stuff. So apparently, he must have spoke out about some LGBTQ stuff that the NBA wanted to do with the NBA. I guess wear some sort of apparel. I don't know. I didn't look that far into it. And he spoke out about it, and they ended up kicking him out of the NBA. Now, this was my problem with it. I saw other NBA players that were talking about it, and they were like, that's what he get. He should have knew. You don't do this. You don't do that. Immediately, it bothered me because I said to myself, this is the reason why systems continue to work, even the worst of the systems. They only work because the people who are in them are the ones keeping them alive. Meaning, if 1/3 of any system decided to rise up, the entire system collapsed. But the only thing that keeps a system thriving is the people at the bottom keeping it thrive. Okay? So that means when one person acts out and say, hey man, this isn't right, it's for the majority to come to that one person and say, hey man, chill. You can't do that. If you do that, we all gonna get in trouble. It's almost like running off the plantation. If you run away, it's like somebody telling you don't run away, because if you get caught, we gonna all get punished. Nigga, I'm trying to get the freedom. Fuck it. You feel what I'm saying? But again, if you stand for anything, or if you stand for anything, if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. I think that's what they say. When this dude came out and said his 1-2 yin about it, it ended up getting him kicked out. Now, some people say he left his wife left him, and she is a clear woman. I don't know if she left him before or after the NBA. Either way, she was there to use him anyway. But I want to get into what he was saying prior to, or I guess what got him kicked out. Let's get into Jaden Ivy is his name. Let's get into him.
That the world can proclaim LGBTQ, right? They proclaim Pride Month and the NBA. They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month, to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. Unrighteousness. So how is it that one can't speak righteousness? How is it one that how are they to say that you man, this man is crazy?
I'm not the Jay I used to be, but the old Jay is dead. I love Christ. No matter what the basketball setting is, I'm born again, the Holy Spirit, and I've been saved by Jesus Christ. No matter what, how many DMPs I don't get to play, or no matter how many points I score, those things are a temporary thing.
So that was Jaden. Talking his grievances about the LGBTQ. And like I said, if you are LGBTQ or if you're not, I don't even care. Because it's not just about the LGBTQ. I'm just telling y'all what's really happening in real life. They're using the community to really put in the agenda they really want. They don't give a damn about, listen, the people at the top don't give a damn about people at the bottom at all. And I don't care what color you are. I don't care what sexual orientation you are. I don't care where you come from. The people at the top do not care about none of the people at the bottom. But what they do is use your differences to keep you apart. And this LGBTQ thing, because the LGBT community have been disenfranchised, they saw this thing as something good and they latched on, as they should. But what I'm telling you is, it's not what you think it is. That movement has nothing to do with LGBTQ people or their rights. They're just using that as the Trojan horse to really bring in what they want to bring in, which is the transhumanism, which is you dealing with robots all up and down the streets. Okay? And one thing I noticed, like I told y'all about the young clear boy that I saw sitting at the lake reading the Bible today, something is happening in the world where the Most High is calling his people back to righteousness. And listen, this young man lost his NBA career. Whoop-de-doo. The Most High gonna bless him with 10 times that. If y'all believe in the story of Job and all these other things, then you know having the NBA is not, God could bless him way better than that. And this young man decided to stand on whatever principle, rather he got his wife left him or not, he still went back to God. And that's the part we really need to be hounding on and focusing on in today's time. Because right now, there's a line in the sand. You either join closer to God or you join closer to evil. There's no middleman or in between. You either going closer to God or you're going closer to evil. So he did this. It went viral. People loses their mind. And so then he gets released or waived. Let's get into him responding.
Team, what did I do to the players? I did nothing but practice with them, play with them, pass the ball to them, good teammate to them. Said, good job, good shot. I said, good job, good pass. Way to play, bro. Right? I said these things to my teammates. Was never detrimental to them. So why is it that the NBA and the Chicago Bulls say that I'm detrimental to the team? How? Because I believe in the truth. Because I know Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. How? How is my conduct detrimental to the team? Because of what I believe. Because of what the truth is. Team, what did I do to the players?
So that was him responding, and he makes a lot of valid points. He didn't do anything to the players. And you know, this is what makes me mad with the T.S. Madisons and the Funky Dinevas on YouTube, because I know what their jobs are. They have an ear to Black America, right? And because they are aligning themselves with that community, what the community does is uses them to push their messaging. This is why Funky was just online the other day telling y'all to separate from your families if they don't vote the way that you vote. I believe, because I don't know this to be a fact, I believe that these people are being puppeted by the powers that were to maintain what you believe to be control. At the end of the day, him saying anything against the LGBT community should not have anything to do with his job. But since 2020, we've gotten super sensitive over everything. And now everybody want to call and get everybody fired because you don't like what I said or you don't agree with me or this, that. That's bullshit. He don't have to agree with it. He don't even have to like gay people and LGBTQ people. Honestly, clear people don't have to like black people. Black people don't have to like clear people. Asians don't have to like niggas. Niggas don't have to like honkies. It's a whole thing that we don't have to do. But when did it become a thing to where if we don't, then there's consequences? Y'all out of pocket for this. I don't know this young man, don't know nothing about him, but he sounds like he has some sort of awakening to where all he's talking
Have y'all ever seen in the Bible where it said what she just said? This don't have to like that. That don't have to like this. Where in the Bible does it say? I thought it said love thy neighbor. I thought the Bible was trying to convey the best message of how to get along with one another. Where in the Bible does it say what she just said? She refuses to say the name of Jesus. She says God, 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 God. This man right here is talking about Jesus. When did Jesus ever come and stand on any kind of mountain and talk about, hey, if this race don't want to like this race, that's perfectly fine. You are not required to like it. No. What kind of weird ass message is she giving to everybody? And you should see her chat. Just indoctrinating. What is that word? When they watch videos and it makes them do crazy stuff. It's not indoctrinating. It's another one. It's another type of word for indoctrination. She's all over the place. Talking about God. But then she's talking about this don't have to like that. That don't have to like this. There should be no consequences for hate. That's bullshit. There is consequences for hate.
Talking about is God. And he's the one being punished for talking about God. You people who read your Bibles, who claim to be such Bible thumpers, this be my problem with y'all. Y'all read about all of these stories in this book from all of these characters. And when you see it happening in real life, you will swear to God that ain't what it is. Just like the Most High tested so many people in that book that y'all love down, just like the Most High tested them, and he didn't test perfect people. He tested people who was full of sin. Now that the shit happening in real life, you bitches will look right at it in your face and swear to God that ain't what it is. That's why I don't fuck with you Bible thumping ass bitches. I don't. Y'all the most hypocritical, ignorant pieces of shit I ever seen. No cap. I don't rock with y'all, like not the Bible thumpers, not the ones who want to thump your head with the Bible. I don't want nothing to do with y'all. Nothing to do with y'all. And I got a lot of them in my family. Quiet as it's kept. You see what I'm saying? So now the boy loses his whole career because he didn't agree. I think this is some bullshit. And I think that what y'all don't understand is the powers that were, because they no longer are in power, the powers that were are continuing to maintain this illusion of control through some of y'all fades, okay? And that's what they do. And I need y'all to stand strong, because if he getting kicked out for his beliefs on the LGBTQ and the lady before this had to go to court to have her baby, what you think coming up next? It can't be nothing good. I'm just saying, provoke your thoughts. Just a little food for thoughts. It can't be nothing good. It can't. It's impossible. I'm just saying. Get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. Get the likes up on the video. Let me read a couple of super chats. Courtney 2410, thank you so much for being a member for 14 months. Thank you. Says, I thought I was the only one that had 10 people observing my paps. Child, look. Listen. And that is a huge clue of what I'm saying is true. For those of you who don't know, when black women, black American women, when we go down there and we let them people look between our legs for them pap smears, you know how many people go under the microscopes and look at that shit? Why? Not because we having issues. You can have a good pap smear. Why do you think that is? Remember, they went into Henrietta Lacks and got all kinds of stuff to cure cancer and everything out of her. Why do you think so many people got to look at your labs? Not even just with a pap, period. Why when you go get x-rays, when you go get MRIs, all of that, how many motherfuckers got to come in there and look at that shit? I'm just saying. When you in the bed trying to figure out what's wrong with you, how many doctors got to come crowd around you with their pencil and pads like this? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just was in the hospital with my daddy, seen it with my own eyes. I just was to them nurses. They took good care of my daddy, even though he started acting a nigga at the end. Shout out to them nurses up there. Y'all look out for my daddy. But I'm telling you, I just spent 5 days straight. And anybody who was on my channel know I ain't lying. I just went home to New Orleans, I want to say October, November, and spent 5 days straight up at the hospital with my daddy. And I watched them people come up in there like, goddamn, it felt so awkward. Oh, it felt so. I didn't want to say nothing to my daddy because I didn't want to make him mad. But man, oh man. Know why? Know why? Know why they crowding over in you, hovering over you. Not just because of your illness. They crowding over you because they understand you. They understand that you're Henrietta Lacks. That you're the oldest genetic being on this earth. That's why they're not telling you that. But that's why they all coming over here. And let me make y'all laugh. The black doctors know it too. The black doctors know it too. But they under the O2. Let's move on. Diva Kika, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Bianca Gold is back, getting on our nerves. I got her out the paint. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. SMP, thank you so much for the super chat. Y'all ever wonder why most of your doctors and lawyers are skiwis and divine nines? Have y'all ever figured out, sorry, I'm coming right back, SMP. Y'all ever figured out why all of your doctors, most of your doctors and lawyers are divine nine? Because they already indoctrinated to keep the secrets. I don't have to show them how to keep the secret. I don't have to convince them to keep the secrets. They know all about keeping secrets. They come out the D9. Shh. S&P, thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. Says, I wondered if the artist planned on meeting his daughters in person because he painted them. The baby not wrong. I don't know why he would have thought the daughters were going to be there. It was at a nightclub at night. So I don't even think it was that. I think I don't know. Maybe he didn't have any ill intentions and it turned out to that. I just don't understand it. I don't know. But he couldn't expect the children to be there because it was like late at night at the club. Stab and a half, thank you so much for being a member thank you for the super chat. Says, but Voodoo, what if she can die if she do it natural? Well, that's the thing. That's still her life. Right? So if I say, I want to take the risk and I die, then who's that on? If she take the risk and she die, that's on her and her family, I guess. That's what I would think. Hey, it's Trey. Thank you for being a member for 20 months. Says, preach. I got a cousin that legit will tell my stories like it's hers. It's weird. They hate you and admire you at the same time. Be careful. It's evil. And let me tell you something. I did a lot of research on it because it weirded me out and it freaked me out. That these people who I thought I was closest to was literally cosplaying me, to me, in front of me, around me, to people that we know, and was looking me square in my eyes like I was tripping. And I started to do some research on it, and I realized how much of a spiritual and mental issue that is, and that leads to death. These people will kill you. People who suck your energy that much to where they literally rely on your energy. Without your energy, they have to go in and they're forced to look at themselves. And most people won't do that. That's like the worst thing ever. You know what I mean? So because of that, and because they refuse to go within, they'd rather take you out just to be you. These are the most dangerous people you will ever come across. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not even overdoing. I'm telling you the real. The people who will literally take you and do you, to you, in front of you, behind your back or whatever. The most dangerous people you will ever encounter. Go far, far away from them. I don't give a damn if it's your mom, your pa, your kids, your friends, your cousins. It don't matter. People who do that, go so far away from them, starve their energy, make them prove to the people they've been cosplaying to you about that that's really them. Because once you take your energy away, then what do they have? Now retract your energy and make them stand on it. That's when they really lose their mind and go to windmills. And you know what's worse too? I'm about to make y'all laugh a little bit more, then we're gonna move on. You know, it wasn't until I came on YouTube that I realized I was this unique. Let me elaborate a little bit more on that. I've always thought I was unique, but I always thought I was unique in a bad way. Does that make sense? I'm pretty sure somebody out here can relate. So I've always knew I was unique from a little bitty girl. I never thought like the rest of them. I never talked like the rest of them. I never dressed like the rest of them. I never cared about the shit everybody. I always knew I was different, but I thought it was a bad thing because whenever my difference would ever be put out, people would look at me like I'm crazy. All for me to one day wake up and go through a healing process that all of the things people said I was crazy for is the same things they was copying. So wait a minute. When I come to you and tell you I'm grounded and meditating, you say, oh, girl, you tripping. The next thing you know, you putting statuses up talking about you grounded and meditating. Or if I tell you I'm a free spirit and you look at me crazy, the next thing you know, you go tell another group of people you're a free spirit. What? So if I tell you I'm learning about trees and I'm hugging on trees, you take that and go to another group of people and tell them now you playing with trees. Oh, I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you. I'm scared. I'm literally scared of you. I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you. And this is the worst part. When you go through your awakening, the Most High will put them in front of you so they mask can slip. So now you can see it in 4K. 3D and 4K, and then after you see it, you can't unsee it. Then you just like, screw, you gotta go way so far over there. I don't even want to be able to see it. I'm scared of you. I don't know what you capable of. I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you. Oh yeah, because you done 40. I've been on YouTube since 2021. I didn't start being myself on YouTube until the last couple of maybe 2 to 3 years. Because prior to that, I was still on this bitch trying to figure out how to supposed to be. Because I grew up thinking that me being me was a bad thing. All for me to come on YouTube and y'all to like me, and not everybody I know in real life trying to be me. And I know y'all on here because listen, this is the worst part. And I'm talking to y'all YouTube. The people who hate me in real life, right on this chat, right here, right now. Then they watch me every single day. They don't miss a show. They be on this bitch more than y'all. I swear to God could take me now. The people who are either disconnected from or the people who are called out for cosplaying me on this live right now, watching me right now, figuring out how they could go back and cosplay me again. Mental retardation. This is what you're going to go through when you go through an awakening. Because people refuse to get down and do the work themselves. They'd rather just cheat off of your paper. Does that make sense? This is a real life. And if you think about it on a macro level, think about it with the Africans and the Nigerians with Black America. They literally do that. They literally do that to us as a group. We got the Nigerians, the Africans, all these other people coming over here claiming all our culture is theirs. And we're going to jump right into that. Native Americans rescued us from slavery. That's what we're deducing this down to. These brothers take a whole year plus to create their regalia. They hand stitch these beads by hand, sewing needle and thread. And you mean to tell me that this is something we're doing to pay homage? The real Native American don't even do that. It's impossible for them to do. So how can we pay homage to them and do something that they can't do? Use your common sense. If we're paying homage to them, how is it that we're doing stuff that they can't do? Wouldn't we do what they can do to pay homage to them? Wouldn't us paying homage to them be doing what exactly they do? This doesn't make any common sense, y'all. But again, because we waking up, here it is. We got to sleep, put them back to sleep. Here comes 60 Minutes or Dateline or whoever this is to tell us that these people from Africa. Let's get into it.
Streets of New Orleans. They call themselves Mardi Gras Indians or Black Masking Indians. And they roam the neighborhoods in dazzling hand-sewn suits. This Easter Sunday, take in the sights and sounds of one of America's last true secret societies. Every year on Mardi Gras.
And you know what's worse about it too? Some of the people inside of these tribes believe that they're African and that they're masking. And it's not because the information ain't been passed on. It's just that the indoctrination is much louder. Does that make sense? And most people don't like to buck against the status quo. So because of that, they'll just go with the move. If you talk to the right Indians, they'll tell you, no. We're not African. We ain't paying homage to no African. If you talk to the right Indian, I'm saying Indian because that's what they call a lot of Indians, okay? If you speak to the right Indian, they'll tell you that that's not true. We're indigenous to right here, and this is what we've been doing for thousands upon thousands of years. But the fact of the matter is indoctrination seems to be ruling the nation, and people aren't getting the right information. Now, again, if you tie the Mardi Gras Indians to Africa and masking, then it literally takes you ancestrally out of the story. And I'm not going to allow them to do that. What I'm here to tell Black America is you are what you're seeing. This is why when you go to New Orleans and you see these Indians, or you go on TikTok and whatever, and you see this stuff and you feel something on the inside, like I said before, it's not because you remember, it is because your soul remembers. The fact of the matter is, New Orleans is just a small window of what we all did. It's ceremonial is what it is, okay? It's just one place in this land, on this land, was able to keep and hold that culture historically. Everywhere else, it was done away with. This is why you could be from Canada and Black and see this shit and be like, oh, this shit feels different. This is why you could be from New York and a Black American, California, Wisconsin, you could be from anywhere all over America in Black America and see this and feel something. It's not because you remember, it is because your soul remembers. It is a calling to bring you back to your indigenous ancestry. That's why. That's why you can see this shit and ain't never seen it before. That's why you see them and feel something and see the $5 footlongs and feel nothing. You get it? It's your soul. It's a lot. Listen, in 2026, a lot of things that's happening to us, or a lot of with life in 2026, a lot of us are being guided by our soul. A lot of us are walking by faith and not by sight. I would employ anybody out there who is interested in knowing about who you are. I would employ you to just follow that inner voice, that inner, whatever you call it, that inner person. That is the person or the thing that's going to lead you to the truth. Because these people are working overtime to sell you these lies and these dreams to keep you asleep. They only remain at the top if you remain asleep. And they're going to use some of our own people to keep us asleep. This is why I tell y'all we need to bring back treason. We need to start trying some of these niggas with treason. Because yes, if you feel like it's safe to just sell off your people, then yeah, you need to be tried under the law of treason. Absolutely. America do it. If I join the military right now and get caught as a POW and them people ask me some shit and I start spilling tea, guess what America gonna do? Try me under the law of treason. Why? Because bitch, you on our side. The fuck? You don't get to go over there and do that. We gotta kill you or let them kill you. That's what America would do. In the real world in America would tell me, boo, either we gonna let them kill you or we gonna bring you home and then we gonna kill you. Because bitch, you know better. You get it? Now, I'm not saying we're supposed to kill nobody. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is we need to start looking into treason because these people are not able to do what they do unless some of us help them. Okay? And as far as Africa goes, you know, I got a video on Twitter that's been going up since I told them that they are incapable of recreating our culture. I stand on it 10 toes by myself. But you got to know this, even when I'm all alone, I'm standing 10 niggas. So I'm standing on it by myself, saying what I said. Don't give a damn about nobody and what they got to say. But they already up in arms because we're waking up and we're calling them out. Do not allow that to deter you from continuing to wake up. Let them wiggle and windmill with their heads down. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Just continue to wake up. You get it? Continue to wake up and do your genealogy. That's the only way to get up out of this matrix and to get up out of this hellhole. Babe, how you say Barbie7660? Thank you for the super chat. Says, are you going to be live at the dollhouse later? # babe. I would love to be live at the dollhouse, but I can't because that last video I put up about Scotty and Lemmy, they said, according to them, it was community guidelines bullying and harassing somebody with intrinsic abilities and attributes. So I got a strike. I'm in prison on that page until Friday. So unfortunately, I won't be able to go live until the weekend. So, but you know what? At first I got mad. I hit the appeal. Then I said, you know what? God must be telling me to sit down and pay attention to something else. So I'm going to take this time to pay attention to some other stuff. Still going to do Love and Hip Hop on this channel. So make sure y'all pull up and get that. But I need to focus on some other business stuff that I got going on. Because you know the girl is a millionaire. Not yet. I'm a millionaire in here.
Hey, y'all.
And then it's going to come right here. It's like Ray's Boom Boom Room. You feel what I'm saying? So, Will, thank you so much for being a member for 11 months. Says, babe, # babe. Y'all get y'all some merch. Black Americans versus everybody. I got the merch. Please, y'all, hit that link pinned to the top of the chat. It is for my merch, babe. Black Americans versus everybody. Babe is the new wave. It's us against them, okay? So period, point blank. Make sure y'all get that. VoodooDollTVShop.com. Thank you, Will. And Tiffany, thank you so much for the super chat. Says 60 Minutes had a segment on this last night. They spoke to a few different chefs or chiefs. You would be pissed. Oh, I know. Let me tell y'all something. I know I would have been pissed because I've seen it. Don't worry about it, though. I'll tell you this. Everything done in the dark shall come to the light. See them chiefs that sold it out, and they will sell it for money because them niggas is broke. So yeah, they went found the brokest, poets niggas, gave them a couple of dollars, and they went up there and said whatever they said, but they will pay for it. Your ancestors. Let me say this to all the Black Americans in the chat who want to go treasonous for a couple of dollars. Let me say this. You got to know in the midst of this heavy spiritual warfare, not only will you receive karma, it is going to be swift and it is going to be just because the Most High and the ancestors is not playing with y'all. They are not. I'm just telling y'all now. So for them chiefs who was up there talking that African shit, some of them believe it. Some of them, unfortunately, been indoctrinated and believe it. But I'm talking about the ones who don't believe it and is just up there doing it for $1. You will be held accountable. The ancestors will hold you accountable. You got to know it. Now, what that punishment looks like, that's above me. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But you will be held accountable. She is true. Thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. Says, life has been teaching me things ain't gonna happen to me but for me. Praise the Most High, boo. My youngest said he also loves you down, boo. Oh, tell your baby I said thank you and I love him too. And shout out to y'all. And listen, life is all about lessons. I'm a forever student. Forever. And never gonna not be. I love learning. Thank you so much. China X, thank you so much. China X, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, boo, it's my birthday today. You sent me money for Christmas during 2023 because I answered the trivia question correctly during the Educational Friday. And I've been rocking with you ever since. Love you, boo. Oh, yeah. Thank you, boo. Well, you know.